things that can happen is I'm talking away and I've got this hand there. I've got it ready to act as a trigger. If he walks into it, we're still in the dialogue phase. I can do the why can't we talk about it. If he twitches or does something out like here, I'm there ready to do this. So I've got that hand there ready to move. One of the problems I can have is he tries to remove that hand. Right? So this is a massively satisfying technique, by the way. Right? So if you're down the bottom end, I know it's nice to be out in the sun. If you just come up and see this middle bit just for a second, you need to be sitting between the two of us. I don't want to go on there just in case you end up tripping over stuff. But this is what, so I'm here. Ryan, with this arm, he slaps it down. He basically realises what that arm is and get your arm down. Right? So I've got the arm here. As he, I'm going to do it to your head, mate. So as he slaps that arm down from there, I'm going to go over the top. So as he pushes it down, he starts to speed my arm up, which is nice of him. Right? As he does that, it also means his arm is down here. If we just do it really slowly, right? So I'm doing, as his arm's getting lower, as I go, whoop, he's not going to get it up fast enough now. Boom. Is that okay? So I'll use that feet. When I feel him stop it down, it's just up, turn your hip, bang. It's quite satisfying because he thinks he's done something clever and he really hasn't. Is that okay? So when you're drilling it, the pad will be here. Now it would be a lot closer there, but that's going to be his chest, so Ryan's going to have to reach to get to it. So it's like he's got arms like this, but that's the only way we can do it because of the pad. So from there again, he slaps my arm down, boom, and just comes straight back over the top. From there, slaps the pad down, boom. Once you've done a few and you're happy with it, put it into context. He slaps it, then boom, take a couple of steps. Is that okay?
Okay.
So just so you get a feel for the technique, once you've got it run through. And then, you know, if he takes it down, you know what you're doing. You just go, yeah, that's fine, but it's coming right back at you. This is instant karma. You know what I mean? It's going to pay you back. There it is. Yeah, a split second later. You have an okay to give that one a go? Then we'll move on to multiple opponents, right? That's how, you know, keep it as basic as we can. How do I best facilitate my escape from one person? Right? So, physically, I've got that central barrier. I've got one hand covering the lines of attack. I'll do my best to de-escalate. I'll do my best to talk them down, right? If it fails because they touch the hand, I'll go, why can't we talk about this? That engages their brain, gives me a reason to move. Will get me over the fear of being still, right? Have any of you ever done like a parachute jump or a bungee jump or something like that, right? Yeah, so quite a few of you, right? So I did it's the biggest one in the UK, it's over a quarry, right? So I'm going up this in the crane, and I'm in the crane going up, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't feel nervous at all, you know, which is really weird, because I know I'm about to jump out of a crane. And I was used to working at heights, in my old job as an electrician I used to do it, so heights don't bother me, but I feel fine. And the guy's talking to me, and I feel absolutely fine, this is weird, I thought I'd be more nervous than this. And then we get to the height, and the guy opens the gate, and my heart goes, that's not right, someone could fall out of that. You know, the adrenaline suddenly hits me, right? And then he said to me, he goes, right, because I nearly cancelled it because it was a windy day. And he said, right, he says, I normally tell people, jump out as far as you can. But you're a big bloke, and if you jump out as far as you can, I'm going to be swinging all over the place. So jump out far, but not too far. And I'm like, what is all this instruction? You know. And then he says, I want you to go on 3. So he just put his hand in the small of my back and went 1, 2, 3. And just give us, I mean, he pushed as hard as that. You know, just enough. And then, you can see on YouTube if you want to see it, my manly scream as I jump out there. Yeah, so I kind of, that's it, like everyone who's done it one, you know, as soon as you start realising you're not dead and you're bouncing back up, it's the most fun in the world. You'd run back up and do it straight away again, right? But it's the same thing, you know, when you're filled with terror, if he just said jump when you're ready, I'd still be there now, right? But the fact you went 1, 2, 3, go. So that's the other use of that phrase, you know, like, why can't we talk about this? It just gets you to move. It's like an action trigger for you. So when I mean, I don't know how many times I've done it, but we must be in the hundreds of thousands. Because, you know, I've done it for decades. I'll finish off talking to the bag and I'll go, why can't we talk about this? Bang, run away. Why can't we talk about it? It's a conditioned response. If I ever say that sentence to any of you, duck. you're about to get slapped, you know, so it becomes a conditioned thing, right? So we've got that one. If he suddenly twitches, we've got this. If he slaps the arm down, we've got that. That's enough to cover 99% of one-person situations, right? It'll vary throughout the world, but on British crime stats, when the victim and perpetrator aren't known to one another, in 40% of all violent crime, there's more than one perpetrator. right? So 40% of the time, outside of like domestic violence, fighting among families, that kind of stuff, there's more than one person. So if your self-defense is always based on a one-on-one mindset, you can win this fight, but you lose the other one that you're in as well at the same time. So we'll look at preemption, but we'll look at it from the point of view of escaping groups. Is that okay? Which is an important skill, you know. It's easy to understand, but it takes a bit of practice. Ryan, can I borrow you? You can be group number 1. Right, this isn't mine, this is Dave Hazard's, who's a British shoulder can instructor, but I love this, it's really clever. Dave said, you know, when you're looking at the group, he says you can divide it down into 3 component parts. Everyone in that group will have one of these roles. Right? The first role is, he called it like the mouth, or sometimes mouths, whose job is, you know, look at me, talk to me, look at me. I want to be the centre of attention. Right? Then you've got the snipers. So while the person's looking at the mouth, the snipers are just kind of getting themselves into position, ready to do their thing, should it all go south, or if they decide they're going to do their preemption, right? And then you've got the pack. It'll just hang back a little bit, and as soon as you hit the floor, they'll run in and start kicking the feet into you. Is that okay? So you've got the mouth, the snipers, and the pack. In terms of who you hit first, you hit who's in the best position to hit first. There's sometimes this idea, hit the biggest one and teach them a lesson. Well, what if the biggest one's over there? You know, so a guy even bigger than Ryan, I'm not going to stay there a minute, I'm going to whack your mate. You know what I mean? If he's the one in front of me and none of the others are in arm's length, I'll just do it like we've just done it. Right? Bang, he drops, there's a bit of chaos, I start moving. As soon as I start running, they don't all run side by side, it thins them out a bit. It's what the phrase Peter Codstein uses for this, which I like, he goes, it thins the herd. I like it because, you know, even though you're the one who's running, you've still got that predatory mindset. You know, yeah, I'm going to spread all those gazelles out, and then I'm going to pick them off one by one. So you've got that. But if there's more than one, let's say the mouth and the sniper is in position, it's generally better to hit the sniper because the mouth expects it. The sniper expects. So if I went bang, I'll be hitting this shot. The sniper's already taken his shot. If I hit the sniper suddenly, hang on a minute, I'm not supposed to get hit. The mouth goes, what's going on here? And the more chaos you can inject into that situation, the better it is for you. So you might put the pot on the other hand. So we'll get into groups in a minute, but Ryan's going to move over here. And he's going to hold the pod like that, a slight downward angle. What that stimulates is his neck. Right? So I'm talking to the mouth, and I'll use your real head for a moment. And the sniper's also in position. You can give him a quick glance. Right? So if I'm there, I can do that, because then he can't think, has he seen me? But now that I've just looked in briefly, I know exactly where he is. He's there. I don't need to look at him. I know exactly where he is. He's okay. So as I'm talking there, I think, right, this is going south. So I'll take this arm and I'll go boom. I'll drop it into his neck from there, okay? The brachial plexus for a stun effect. You see how I've done it this way? I've done that so my body is still facing the other people. So I'm ready to fight them, which we'll look at in a moment. If I was to go here and I go, bang, I've turned my back on those two and I'll get swamped. He said, okay, you've got to keep your weapons facing the enemy. So on the pad, and this will freak loads of you out, look at it, then don't look at it. Right? And the partner watch, I guarantee most of you will do it without realising you're doing it. You'll be here and you'll go, boom. And I'll go, don't look at the pad. And you go, okay. Because you're conditioned to do it, right? But the trouble is, for what we're doing, as soon as you do that, he knows he's getting hit. So what I tend to do is when I'm drilling, I can see the pads there, I'm looking at the sign for the ice cream over there up on the wall. So I've got my eyes on that, that's what I'm looking at, boom, right? And I'll go back to it again here. We're talking, it's going south, boom, I know exactly where it is. And it's a real clumsy kind of just bang, but it'll do the job. Is that okay? And then well, he's reeling from that one, I can hit whoever's next. Is that okay? All about your peripheral vision. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, which Master Ken explained extra last night. So you can all just build on that, right? Is everyone okay to give that a go? Then we'll get it. So, I mean, this is a bit more advanced, but you're trying to keep it super simple. I'm just going to use the real neck for a second. So if I'm talking over there, I mean, it's just literally bang. But if you're trying to get maximum weight into it, your hand will be here, facing the mouth. You know, where the sniper's there. You might move the hands a little bit as you're talking. Right, and then at a certain point I go, right, he's getting whacked. So what I would tend to do is, again, just like we normally do, the hip would go first. Is that okay? And then from there, I'll just let the body come through. It'll follow through from there. Is that okay? So if I set the arm off first, so I'm looking over here, it's going to be a weak shot. Right, there's going to be nothing there. But if I'm talking, and people don't notice it either. It's not like they go, whoops, moving his hip, looks like there's going to be a back slap. You know, they don't spot it in the same way as they do with fast hand twitches. So again, this position here, just there, right? Okay, he's going to get it from there. Boom! I missed that one. Right, we've been good enough on ahead, right? Looking in this direction again, just turn, bang. That was a better one. You get the idea? Now, and again, you know, because the aim with this is, we'll talk about it in a minute, you've got to hit them all as quick as you can. Because you want the chaos. It's not like I want all of them to drop, although wouldn't that be wonderful? What I want is just that chaos within the group's mindset. What the hell is going on here? And in that chaos, I can start making my escape. They have a plan. Your aim is to inject chaos into that plan. You everyone okay with that one? Right, okay, one more go, then we'll do the next few. Yeah, I was happy with the second one, yeah.